Well, hello guys, welcome back. I think the only reason I'm back is because YouTube's finally fucking caught on fire and I'm going to watch it until the bitter end. Let me explain. I went through this intense period of healing, and the only thing I got out of that is I should be more of a son of a bitch than I already am. And I'm like, wow, the universe is pretty kick-ass. And that was my genuine message. It was like, you're being way too fucking nice to people. Be a bitch. Punch people in the face. Not literally, because you'll end up in jail. But don't take any shit from anyone ever. So I'm like, okay, this is great. I thought I'd learn how to meditate or mellow out or some shit. The universe is like, no, tell people to fuck off. So I'm like, okay. And I have a ton of totems, and Jaguar showed up, and Jaguar's like, somebody had said something really nasty to me about how I should be doing this for free and all the goodness of my heart. Jaguar's like, fuck that bitch. You're here to earn money just like everybody else on YouTube. It's a fucking occupation. People that can't get with the program can fuck off. So you know what kind of mood I'm in. And I actually did heal because I got a whole fuck ton of shit out of my system, and it was amazing because I was excruciatingly sick yesterday. And I went through this deep healing and I realized a whole lot of stuff about my stuff. And mainly it's I have to let my inner son of a bitch out. I found my wolf book, so I'm extremely happy. Found my wolf book from the 90s. And I had been watching totem videos all day yesterday and absorbing the wisdom, and the wolf totem video kept coming up. And something told me, look at the bottom of it. And when I looked at the bottom of her description, she says, well, I just realized everything is wrong. Not every wolf wants to be alpha. Every wolf wants to be their own wolf, find their own place in the pack. Stay tuned till 2016. Do you know no follow-up video ever came out? And I'm like, what the fuck does this mean? Because I was, everybody's sitting around absorbing all these totem videos, but, as times change, nobody ever updates what your totem's like. So I'm like, what the fuck does this mean? So Wolf led me on an adventure. Wolf's like, bite shit. And Fox showed up, and Fox is like, no, you gotta really, 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 really bite shit. Fuck shit up, and then run away laughing. And I'm like, you two aren't passing on great spiritual wisdom. They're like, this is great spiritual wisdom for you, because you've been way too fucking nice to people. So Fox is just like, let's bite some shit. And Loki was helping. Because I was feeling these things, and I know I don't have this mysterious disease that only comes up at random. Like I was getting bit by a fox. I said, Loki! What? Did a fox just bite me? No. And I feel it again a little time later. What the fuck are you actually doing? Are you biting me? No. And then I had this dream, and I mentioned it over on Patreon. And if people want to see it, you gotta fucking pay to be on Patreon, because I'm never going to be monetized. And Loki was basically telling me, you gotta bite the fuck out of the people that just want to cause trouble on the channel, or just want to be troublemakers, or just want to make it all about them, or whine, and they don't want to do the work. Tell them to go fuck themselves, because I didn't call them to you. And it's Loki's very much a tell it like it is deity. And Odin, doing all this great spiritual work with him, and I know it's been pissing people off because he's really nice and sweet and kind with me. Odin's still Odin. He can be this incredibly nice, gentle, sweet, tender God with you, very loving, very enrapturing, draw you into the rapture of the gods. And he could just as easily tear your throat out. Any god's like that. Any god can be kind and send you into the greatest sense of rapture, and it can also kill you dead. Before you work with any deity, I don't care if they are branded in a church, or they're one of ours, or, well, they're all ours, but you know what I mean. I don't care what deity it is. They're all like that. They can be loving and kind and gentle, but if you push the right buttons, they can fucking kill you. And in my experience, if they love you, you can really fucking push those buttons and be lucky, but you will start to get warning signs. You will start to get those fox bites. You will start to get misfortunes. You will start to get a lot of shit happen to you. Because what will happen is if you're not using that aggressive energy and using it properly to defend your borders and to defend yourself and to stick up for yourself and to say what you actually want to say, you'll start attacking your own body, and you'll start to get pretty sick, and you'll start to have stress, and you'll start to have all this other stuff. Remember all that fucking shit I was holding in because I'm like, this is my burden to carry and I can't tell you guys? Well, guess what? YouTube changed the rules again, so you now have to have 30,000 viewers before I can sell you shit or make you pay to watch this channel. 30,000. You need 1,000 and over 4 hours of watch time, 4,000 hours of watch time. before you can even get a little tiny taste of that ad revenue. Do you see what they're doing? And so then everybody has to shake the Patreon can or make their own independent merch page and try to sneak it in and hope YouTube doesn't catch them. I'm like, I sell shit on the internet. It doesn't go anywhere. How the fuck many times do people need to buy one thing? They don't. So it never goes anywhere. And YouTube, being the cheeky bastards they are, trying to fucking sell you genuine fucking truth. YouTube fucking creator merch. Branded for YouTube, because they're not making enough fucking money through you already. They need you to buy this shit too. And I'm like, wow, you're fucking greedy bastard. This place is officially on fire. Because if you think YouTube needs to sell shit to stay afloat, you're either fucking greedy sons of bitches and this place is just gonna burn because of it, or you're fucking going under and you're not telling anyone and you're just smiling. It's one of the two. I don't know. I don't know how this fucking place wasn't shut down years ago because of all the rampant copyright violations, but there you go. And I'm like, you know what? Now that I see this place is on fire and everything's being destroyed from inside by greed and people wanting more and more and more and setting the goalposts further and further down the, football field. I'm actually kind of fucking happy to be here because I'm like, this place is utter chaos. This place is burning to the ground through sheer human greed and ignorance. Because the easiest thing for them to do, guys, would be to share the monetization. Because then we won't be shaking the Patreon can at you. We won't be making swag and all this other asshole moves that you shouldn't be doing to your viewers. You really shouldn't. Everybody should get to share in the monetization because then everything would be fucking monetized. And yeah, there would be mom groups and soccer mom groups and religious groups going and saying to the advertisers, well, your ad was on this, and I'm not going, you know what, fuck them, because other people will see the same exact ad on the same exact content and go, awesome, and buy that stuff. People have to realize they can't fucking run the world. That's what they gotta realize, and some people will never fucking realize that. And look, he's like, you know what, tell them to fuck off. Just tell them to fuck off, and sometimes you have to. And it's no surprise that mysteriously all the spears and guns and shit are back in our homes. It's like, you have to find that balance. You can be very sweet and kind and gentle and very tender with most people. That's fine. You can be a kind person. This world needs more kind people, but some son of bitches need knocked on their ass every once in a while, and it does them a world of good. And if it doesn't, then they're just a dumbass. It's going to spend a lot of time on the ground until they learn something. So yeah, it was great to find Wolf because, we can't glorify our spirit or totem animal as a highly spiritual being that would never do anything wrong, but we can never see them as a savage animal that will go out and kill our enemies either. You have to really look at the animal's behavior, you have to understand them from a scientific standpoint, and you have to see what of that energy or power or lesson, what of that reflects in you personally. We don't all have to be alphas. We don't all have to be omegas or betas or anything. You can be your own wolf. Do your own shit. And look, he's like, fox too, fox the shit up. Because most foxes live alone. They do sometimes have a family part of the time, but some foxes are like, oh, fuck that shit. I don't want family and go off and do my own thing. So, you gotta be your own fox, wolf, whatever you want. And if people get in your way, just fucking stop them. Don't be violent. Don't be violent. Don't be punching people or hitting people. But some people are assholes. I notice it especially comes out on YouTube. They gotta be especially vicious. And somebody tried to make me feel bad on Pinterest of all places today because they tried to send me something. And I guess they think I'm a dumbass because I went and I checked out what kind of pencils they collect. And of course, they're like anti-gay. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck you up the ass because I think you secretly like it. So. Of course, I didn't accept their fucking invitation. I wasn't boring yesterday, so yeah, I'm back. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck the world. Those of you that want to stay are going to stay. And you know I'm going to swear like a motherfucking pirate, because if you tell me to do something, if you tell me not to swear, then I suddenly have to uncontrollably swear. It's like instant Tourette's, and I don't have it, but it's like it instantly pops into me. I'm not going to listen to what the fuck you tell me to do. That is the wolf part of my nature. If you try to make a pet out of a wolf, it'll fucking end in disaster because they are not a dog. They're not the same species. Dogs stay in the juvenile state, wolves grow the fuck up, and they will fuck your shit up. So, if you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and if you start shit, I promise you from this day forward, I will just kick your fucking ass off the channel because I don't got time for your shit. So see you guys later. Bye bye.